Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of The Qualified. I'm Jedi Johnson 22, joined as always by the great Dom Tober, the always steady Styx Boy 73, Bad to the Bone Brucifer, and the architect joesduelin. What's going on, fellas?
What's going on, Jedi?
Friday came fast this week.
What is going on?
This is the last time I take a nap right before the show, because you ever just take like one of those naps and you wake up quickly and you like run, and now everything just seems like it's just like.
Did you know what day it was when you woke up? Because I hate those when you wake up. You're like, what the fuck? Shit! What the?
Am I late for work?
That's just like I don't think I'm going to do that anymore.
What's work?
Yeah.
Some of us still have to.
Don't you believe it?
9 to 5 at there, Bruce.
I'll tell you what, man. I had the day off, which was very lovely, and I got to rest all day. My wife was at work, quiet.
We know what you did all day.
I broke the Lent that I was doing. Lent was over with. It ended yesterday, so I wound up having jelly beans today. And guess what? The sugar rush got so much, I passed out again. So I slept all day.
Good old school Catholic. Give up sweets for Lent.
Oh yeah, it was great.
It wasn't those gross jelly beans like those things.
Now, actually, you know what the crazy thing is?
Forgot about those.
You don't have sugar for 40-something days. It tastes funny. So I had Swedish fish jelly beans.
What?
That I found.
Swedish fish?
Yeah, fish. And I ate them, and there was like an aftertaste on them. Really didn't taste good. And then I had Welch's. I had some of those, and those didn't taste good. I'm like, what the hell, man? It's stale.
And your stomach is going to be trashed.
Yeah. Well,
nothing tastes as good as it did for some reason. I don't know whether that's just the old man in me or whether it's just everything is just chocked full of bullshit nowadays. But
speaking of upset stomachs, hopefully Joe doesn't cover this. I don't even know if this is a new story or a new thing, but I saw I don't even know where I saw it, internet, TV, that giant humpback whales defend themselves against killer whales by blasting them with diarrhea. Did you guys know that? That's a fact.
It's fact.
Yeah, they scared the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Exactly.
Hey, whatever works, I guess.
Yeah, like the killer whales are chasing them, and then suddenly it's like they just get like sprayed with like whale diarrhea.
Well, that's kind of like the situation Vince McMahon was in with the threesome that he was having with
stop.
With Laurinaitis. He shit on the girl.
Oh, come on.
Wait. It's funny because he took a shower and then continued, but she was still shitty.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
I am too.
Jedi.
Oh man.
Science, man. Biology.
We're supposed to be on our best behavior.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that was an interesting tidbit of animal behavior.
I don't like the purple ones.
Oh, a little bit of Jack Hanna's Wild Kingdom.
Yeah,
I love the red ones.
Oh,
the red jelly beans.
So who do we got in chat today, there, Jedi?
Let's see. Well, of course, it is GT Comic coming in first. What's going on, GT? He has. I almost said something. He has sprayed. I won't say sprayed it with our comments with several. I'll just pop on a few of them. Thumbs up emojis. What's going on? We always appreciate GT. Terry Floyd, what's up, nerds? Hey, all you nerds with a Z, what's going on? King's Portal, Magik. I never know if I'm saying it right. Magik.
Magic.
I will say magic today.
Magik.
Not magic.
We're not Marco.
We're going to hear all about
French?
Magik covers. Hyde. Rock on, Hyde. Right back at you. Brogu. Hello, everyone. What's going on, Brogu? Happy weekend.
Hey.
Hope everybody has a wonderful, relaxing, almost said Christmas, Easter weekend. What's going on? Leftover Zaggy. Terry Floyd, cocaine is a hell of a drug. So are jelly beans, apparently.
Yep.
That's because none of it is natural. Your body's telling you not to eat it. Yeah. So
that's true.
If jelly beans give you, never mind. Bri J at Dom, If you like the purple jelly beans, you're not my favorite Renovision.
Nope, it's the red ones for me, man. I love the red ones. That's what I like. On the jelly.
Don't they all taste the same though?
No.
Grogu says gross.
Yeah, I'm almost 50. I only eat black
regulars.
licorice.
Purples are gross, according to Bry. And bringing it up, Terry Floyd again, Mutual of Omaha standards tonight. Marlon Perkins would be proud. Well, that's what we. We are here at the qualified. We are your whale diarrhea to fight off those Friday night.
Well, you know what's funny? Not for anything. SNS had a good news report on Saturday last week about Japan. About oh my god, that was the funny.
Tongue punching the old fart box.
Best behavior.
Yeah.
Hyde says Fruit Loops, LOL. I think they all taste the same as well. And finally, Comics Embrace. What's up, peoples? What's going on, Comics? Again, hope everybody has a great weekend. Joe's Duelin is going to tell us what's going on with the show now.
We're gonna do the little outside looking in, and then let's see. We got our comic now and later. We got some fun first impressions this week of a new book. Got some news, and we're gonna do a little spotlight on Magik.
Magik.
Fantastic, weird Xmen character. Weird character. They've done weird things with her over the years. How she was introduced and aged up and aged down and disappeared and all kinds of fun things. So we'll do that, and maybe a little game at the end of the night. So we'll have our fun Friday. So with that, Bruce, let's do this.
Welcome back to another segment of Outside Looking In. Our first book up is X-Men #4, the first appearance of Omega Red, maybe? Cameo, maybe? I don't know. Volume is up, selling between $20 and $30. That is up from where it was selling before. It was like 10, maybe between 10 and 15. This book exploded a few years ago.
I'd say every 4 or 5 years, somebody has an Omega Red this or Omega Red that, and that's what happens with this book.
It jumped up really big with the Falcon and Winter Soldier series because they were going to Madripoor, right? Madripoor to where Wolverine usually hangs out, and that's where Omega Red was supposed to be. They said that he was supposed to be in the series. He was going to be in the bar when they went. Yeah. And that's why the book was shooting up.
I don't know if this is shooting up, if people are hoping he will show up in X-Men 97, or rumors that he might be in the Deadpool Wolverine movie. But something
probably a little from column A.
A little combination of all of it. Maybe.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a Russian mob murder, a mass murderer that becomes a mutant Omega Red. It's great for TV.
You don't become a mutant; you're born a mutant.
Well, okay, you're born a mutant, become a mutant. Hey, well, listen, all right, you know what? My mistake.
Do we have a banner that says Dom read a comic book?
Hey, Bruce, listen, I'm going to read a comic book, and then when I read it, I'm going to shine it real nicely.
Then you think they would have known that about Miss Marvel a little earlier?
I agree with you. All right, I take it back. You can make a mutant. All right, moving on.
When they start hating in humans, then anyone can be a mutant.
We got X-Men Annual 14 selling between 25 and 40. This is, I guess people can't afford Uncanny X-Men 266, or they're debating if this is the first or second appearance of Gambit.
Yeah, I think people are putting all their eggs in the same basket. So
it's one of those things when there's two books that are debated all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The consensus will lead, and the consensus never seems to point to this book for some reason. It's just like Incredible Hulk 180, 181. It's where the herd lies in terms of their sentiments. But those things change sometimes. over time.
I really like the fact that all these X-Men books are getting the day in the sun now, because all the speculation, if it's the X-Men 97 that they're showing, and the cartoon, who comes back in the cartoon, who does this, who does that, and you have the Deadpool movie that potentially everybody and their brother's supposed to be in. So,
if you have a debate on which one is his first appearance, just get both.
Exactly, get both.
There you go.
I'm gonna say they're both kind of they're both affordable. To be honest with you, I'd never heard of this comic having anything. I haven't read it, but I've never heard of this comic having anything to do with Gambit at all. I had no idea this was in the discussion of
the last couple of years.
Gambit.
The last couple of years, they've been kind of debating this one.
Yeah,
and this predated, very briefly predated.
Right.
So is this his first appearance? His first appearance with the crop top that he was wearing in the cartoon?
No,
I
don't think he's showing the old six pack there.
Yeah.
and I think that's issue 11 of X-Men that he wears the crop top.
Yeah,
Okay.
Playing basketball.
he's not showing his box of beignets.
Okay.
First appearance of the beignet. Yeah.
The beignet.
Can I get a beignet to go?
Yeah, I mean we're gonna be seeing these X books popping all over the place.
Yeah.
Because number one, you have Morph in the series in X-Men 97. So every time he turns into somebody, it's gonna be, that book's gonna pop for that week. You never know what's gonna pop.
So there's a lot going on this cover, but I'm assuming Gambit is not on the cover, right?
No.
Yeah, so that's
The child is Franklin Richards, isn't it?
Yeah, Franklin Richards. Yeah.
And that's him
yeah,
next to him.
I'm sure that has a lot to do with.
I actually was looking at. I thought Power Pack was in this book too. I had to look at the other ones in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a magical horse in
I
there?
remember this story. It was a pretty good story. Days of Future Present. It was a good story.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Next up, we have X-Men 97, number 1, the 1 in 100, around 6 sales, selling between ratio, and I believe there were 2 sales that were 120, and there was a pre-sale of $200. That's why it's making this list at all.
Rogue there giving Poison Ivy on Batman 181 a run for her money.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I like this cover. If you're gonna buy a 1 in 100, this is probably a good 1 in 100 to get instead of some other 1 in 100 cough Brucifer. But yeah, this is a nice cover.
I wish the face was a little better. The face is a little
homage, damn it, homage.
The face on this is a little rough for me. It looks like she's hurrying to get to the minivan to get into the car, pick up the kids from school, more than the Rogue that I want in the next one.
Yeah, that's one of those faces that you could almost put on any character, like male, female, and it would be like, okay, it'll pass.
Well, Dom has that outfit that he wears on the weekends to the gym.
Yeah, you're really, really obsessed with me, man. Yeah, I'll show you, man.
That's because you're in my DMs every day.
Yeah, sure.
You're not sliding my DMs. Come on.
But yeah, it's like I said, everything X-Men is going to be hot right now. So it's nice to see.
Where's the first appearance of Morph?
X-Men Adventures. What is it? 1 or 4?
Well,
I forget whether it's 1 or 4.
I forgot what issue it was.
I think they also said that technically the Changeling is Morph back in X-Men, what is it, 86?
Yeah, Changeling.
Yeah. I hate trying to track all that shit down. I mean, some of these characters have been around for so long, or they try to trace it back and be like, oh, this was really this character back, 40 years ago.
It's ridiculous.
Hey, Rogue is wearing Joe's beard on her head.
Jeez.
Should wear my beard on her head any day.
Behave. Come on. We were given strict orders to behave.
No, we weren't.
We don't listen anyway, but behave.
We were given no such
I
orders.
think maybe only you were given strict orders to behave, Bruce. For the rest of us don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I forgot to relay that order like a week ago. Oops.
Wow, what kind of HR director are you?
No, the real point is, I don't give a damn.
Next up, X-Men 186, hitting highs of $10. It's people speculating that this is the next storyline that's going to happen in the next few episodes.
God, I hate this cover.
It's a horrible cover.
Smith.
It's I know, and it's a Barry Windsor Smith cover too, which is rough because I love Barry Windsor Smith, but
those short shorts. I immediately think of Reno 9. Was it Reno 911?
Oh yeah,
when I see these shorts.
with Dangle.
Yeah, Dangle.
Jedi, you know you had those shorts. Come on.
He does.
Once upon a time, maybe.
Does he really need the tube sock for that other leg?
They have to match.
Got to match, brother. Got to match.
Yo, he's got those 82.
I don't think he's getting blisters.
You know, back in 1982, the basketball shorts that the guys played in the NBA. That's the type of shorts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you get a nut falling out every now and then.
Yeah, right.
And stuff, and he even has like nice cut off on the sleeve.
Going on,
rocking it Lopez style.
Oh, jeez. Don't mention Lopez and short shorts, please. No.
Like I said, we're gonna be getting every rumor, spec, and whatever. So you're gonna see a lot of those X-Men books that were, $5 books before, up to $10 books or $15 books. I don't really feel that's probably the most sustainable thing in the world, but you're gonna see those pops. So dig through your old Uncanny X-Men boxes and.
If you're showing me your X-Men collection, do not lead with this one because I will.
Yeah.
Swipe left.
You guys are horrible. Next up,
I
was starting center in high school.
And the last book on the list, Justice League Dark #1. Handful of sales. It's up from $10 to $18. There was a high of $28. I guess this is because Gunn posted Dead Man on his Instagram. What was it? Threads a few weeks ago or 2 weeks ago. And so people are speculating on Dead Man. So they're grabbing first appearance in this.
This is a weird one to go for. I mean, I love the book. I hope it gets some traction behind it because I've been stacking up Justice League Dark books for years. But it's a weird one to go with. I guess it's just one of those. Oh, it's recognizable.
Yeah.
Isn't there a second print of this one that's a little lower print run?
Yes.
Yeah. It's just slightly different color, but that's the same artwork. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I thought, what is it? There's the Swamp Thing annual and what is it, Saga 50, that have like the little cameo, which is in theory the first assemblage of Justice League Dark.
Yeah, I think it's 49 and 50.
Well, no, one of them's an annual, I thought, and then the other one is 49 or 50. And they came out right around the same time. They both kind of have some of the characters on the cover, and it's kind of the first kind of proto appearance of Justice League Dark. Those are good. Those are good ones to pick up because they are still kind of cheap out there to have. If you're trying to stack and bank on some Justice League Dark characters and stuff like that. But I mean, if you really want to bank on Dead Man, just go buy some Strange Adventures and the Neil Adams stuff because that will hold over time. So. Yeah, people do love this run is not the Tinian run of Justice League Dark. The second volume is the Tinian run, which was a good run with Wonder Woman and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like that run with Wonder Woman.
Yeah, but there are some great covers in this. Maybe because there's a little movie coming out soon. Might not hurt to pick up the Justice League Dark Beetlejuice homage cover.
Maybe he's showing Dead Man. Maybe it's going to be an animated series with Dead Man in it.
I'm hoping he shows up in Swamp Thing when they do the Swamp Thing series. That would make the most sense and be great. So
I'm thinking he might show up in an episode or two of Creature Commandos.
That would be great as well. I'd be happy with him showing up anywhere. I really wanted Justice League Dark. I wanted them to do more with these characters. So we'll see. Yep. Plus that one animated Justice League series they had, which was kind of a Justice League Dark sort of animated series. You had a lot of Constantine in there, and you had a lot of the Justice League Dark characters. That was enjoyable.
And for a full write-up on all these books on Outside Looking In, head over to CBSI.com and check out Pete's full write-up on all these books. Till next time.
Excellent. Very briefly today, I will introduce our little pinup artist today, and then we will go into some pickups. Today's pinup artist is Alfred Buell. It's always nice to see a lot of the old pinup artists because you never know where maybe some of your current artists might get some of their ideas from. So it's nice to know some of these older artists. Alfred Buell, he did a lot of pinup work in the 40s and 50s. So know your artists, because you might find some things back there that go, oh, this looks really familiar, and I don't know why. And it just makes you a more informed shopper. So,
if anybody's worried about what to get me for Christmas or my birthday, just give me a Supergirl and Legion of Superheroes 23.
I don't think anybody's worried about that.
94, 96. Just saying, if you want to.
I'm not saying he used this as a reference, but
that face is creepy. I'm just saying, that's. I don't know. If I'm walking in the dark and then like suddenly a face appears out of the dark and it looks like her face, I don't know. That's
her face actually reminds me of those porcelain dolls. Those old time. Yeah.
Going, hey Jedi.
Which you get in a lot of the more late
some jelly beans with me.
30s.
Over.
All right, boys. Who wants to go first for their pickups?
I might as well. I'm going to be quick. I swear to God, I barely had time to grab anything out of my pile of stuff that I have to show off. Right now, my funds are going elsewhere. We may talk about that a little bit towards the end of the show. So I'm not doing a lot of pickups.
Damn cards.
I'm not going to talk about it right now, Domtober. I do have this. I did pick up some Greg Horn. I did pick up Greg Horn, a Harley Quinn 32 yellow label Greg Horn with the regular, as he calls it, with some
money shot.
A little bit of a remark on the top there by his. So pretty cool.
I like the diamond in the heart there. That's nice.
I like the money shot.
And then the other Greg Horn, not a fancy signature on this one, but it's still a pretty cool cover. Another foil. No, actually, this one might be metal. I'm not sure. This may be a metal one. Greg Horn.
So you've gone from Mike Mayhew to Greg Horn.
I've always been Greg Horn. He's just Greg Horn. Mike Mayhew started on Whatnot long before Greg Horn did, or at least it seems that way. So I've collected Greg Horn ever since I met him. He's a cool dude. That's all I got, by the way. Take me down.
Yeah.
Tom?
A couple. I got maybe one or two things.
Let's get you up there, buddy. Once the computer starts to respond for me there we go.
Yeah, maybe eventually when I get enough patches, I can get my damn denim jacket patched up. I just got this new Boba Fett patch.
Patches. We don't need no stinking patches.
Yeah, patches. I got a whole bunch of them that I need to get this damn jacket done before I go to the cons. I got the Fan Expo coming up in May, so.
Little boss got
that. There are patches in a movie. What am I thinking of?
You're gonna be dropping panties left and right, and your jean jacket covered in Boba Fett patches.
And look, so I was going through stuff again. I actually found this, which is kind of crazy. They have these virtual runs that I never did when it was like in the pandemic. So I was able to get a virtual run medallion near the fourth.
Oh, there you go.
Fourth run.
Turn that into a belt buckle.
See?
Put a clock on that. Put a little clock on that. Walk around like
this like metal as shit, man. Knock somebody out with it.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Cosmic. Patch Adams.
Hey, so I was going through some figures.
That drives me nuts.
This one of the old Clone Wars vintage line, Durange.
Oh, nice.
Oh, dude.
They
It's
gotta bring this
Dirge.
guy to the screen. Come on, live action. He hated the Mandalorians. He hated the clones. They should have him as a villain, man. And they didn't do him justice in the comic books. Come on, bring him to the damn live action. That's it. I don't have a lot of shit.
All right.
I got a couple
got-
things if you want.
Yeah, I'll throw you up your sticks.
Yeah, I got a couple things that'll show up. One's gonna take a little bit because I wanted to show up a couple things to kind of to go with it. I'll show you the two couple books that I got this week. SDCC Booster Gold #1 foil.
Nice. I know you love a
that.
booster gold.
Yep.
I'm a Booster Gold guy.
Yeah.
And then one of those off auctions that I go to look around and say, oh, I want that. So I picked up a copy of Doctor Who and the Daleks
Nice.
from 1966.
Nice,
Four
nice,
color Dell.
No.
I love Delk 4 colors. They're fantastic.
Probably about a 5, maybe 5.5. But it's nice. It's probably as good as some of the other ones I've got.
You should press it with your iron. Just iron it with an iron.
I mean, with a lot of those
Nothing.
old Dell books, they're all beat to shit. So
Yeah, they are.
anytime you find something mid grade, it's a score.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. Now I picked these up. This is nothing new for me picking up, but I got them off of not Whatnot. I got it off of Mercari. Guy had 4 of them. I missed out on one, but I got 3 of these. So I picked up some more of my Doctor Who mummies.
Hey, you're creating an army.
So well, let's go through my. I wanted to show these off because Jedi's right. I've got quite a few of these. So I've got. With the one I just got, I've got 4 of the regulars. Came in a single pack.
Those wax
And I've
figures.
got what's that?
Those wax figures. What is it?
No, they're actual like 5.5 figures. Then I've got these ones. I've got these ones are more plentiful, so I get more of them. What have I got here? 2, 4, 6, 7 of them. I got 7 of these guys.
Good God.
Plus the ones I've got in the box. So yeah,
Just
I'm-
remember,
I'm,
anything can be a
I'm
dildo if you try hard enough.
As I say,
Oh,
Don't ruin it
jeez.
for me.
so Domtober's disease does come in Doctor Who flavor, I guess.
this is really the only thing I'm army building is these guys, and then I've got, like I said, I've got the packaged ones, and then there's one that comes with a pyramid,
Pyramid King?
not Pyramid King, just a pyramid. Well, it's technically a rocket if you watch the episode. So
Red Rocket?
get out of here.
All right.
Before we go any further, Bruce, first say hello to Mama Bear.
Hey, Mama Bear. And I'm a Virgo, September.
What's going on, Mama Bear? Thanks for coming by.
How you doing, Mom? I'm gonna do mine, Bruce, because I know you'll be going on for a while.
What?
God,
I'm only
we still have
doing
Bruce
like
for to go.
I'm doing like a quarter of my stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, but you got some cool stuff.
Yeah, I got some cool stuff actually.
Yeah, but
I'll
What's
let you.
1/4 of 1,000 books?
Yeah,
Actually, I got like 70 books in this week.
I just
More?
most of my stuff is newer pickups that I just got this week. So I got the Crave. I
The
love
tarot card. I like that.
Yeah, bunch of copies of that. The other cover, which is also very nice.
The poopy cover, Crave.
A little Ivan Taos, a little Sweetie Candy Vigilante.
Ooh.
I picked up one of these guys. I pick up anything Luana Vecchio does. You guys can get your other Dark Ride covers. I'll get my Luana Vecchio covers. Yeah, a little Sezamaika on the Guma. I got all of my Helen Windhorn covers.
Wow, this is all stuff we featured on FOC.
There's the Lotte. That's a fun little series.
BK?
Little book we covered a couple weeks back. It's the Lotte cover. Some Birds of Prey. Some more says Micah. Some more says Micah. Some Jeff DeCall. Red Light. Erotic Film Homage. Red Light. Nice. Very nice. I got Shutter Magazine. Nice Frazetta cover. I got the old First Night, the Aspinall cover.
Nice. That cover's amazing. I think they're going to make that the second printing.
Yeah. It's also Tula Lotte. This is Lieber Mayhew's book, Vicious Circle.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, everyone loves a porg.
No, not me.
Not all of us.
That's not Nubs. That's not Nubs. What's that?
It's a freaking goddamn.
I don't know why. I keep buying Star Wars Insiders. I have stacks of them. Don't really even want them anymore, but I just keep buying them.
Give me the Boba Fett covers. I'll get the rest of Wave Seeker.
You're stuck.
Give them shitty.
I'll sell it. I'll buy the ones off you.
I'm sure he has them all already anyway.
Why do you always have to chime in when I say something? Relax, man.
What are you talking about over there? Come on. I give you respect. You give me respect over here. That's how it works over there.
Right,
Come on.
you're the one that's thinking, talking when I'm in a conversation. Shh.
Jeez. Because I know better than you. My opinion matters.
No, it doesn't.
All right. First up, we got Feral #1. Homage cover. Blah, 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 blah. All these covers are ruined. Thank you, Image, for all your spine ticks. Batman Dark Age #1 incentive. Street Fighter Masters, the one per store. That book. Yep.
Udon.
Ooh, I forgot what this is. Is this Edge of Spider-Verse? Maybe.
I don't think so.
I hate version covers.
I know. I always forget too. I was just looking at the
Mary-
cover.
It's a Black Cat cover.
Is that Mary Jane Black Cat?
Yeah, you keep putting in the
Yeah,
light.
I think it was Mary Jane Black Cat.
I hate this light.
Turn it off. You got too
Gotta-
bright light
Yeah,
there.
you look like you're in
You
the
got it
sun.
on too,
Are
bro.
you on the sun?
Yeah, I am.
What are you, a suntan
He's
booty?
getting ready for the.
Yeah, right here.
You look like me. The light's too bright.
Let me soften it. There we go.
There you go.
Oh, speaking of which, there we go. That's better?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Bring it back further. Further. Go behind the window. Yeah.
Let's go out in the street.
Let's see all this from the front yard.
Then
Oh, yes, Jackpot Black Cat.
little King Kong #1.
There's some Dave Stevens.
Ooh.
Dave
Wait, that-
Stevens.
Why'd they look different than mine?
What do you mean?
Yeah, why is it bright again, man? Yo,
The
what the
white
fuck?
border.
It's fucking light.
Dude, it keeps going. We're out again.
I like to get that one.
It's this,
I love that cover.
Yeah, that's nice.
I have that one.
it's this stupid camera. I don't have my regular camera. Bastards.
We get it.
You gotta wear
Yeah, you got
sunglasses watching this guy do his book, man. Come on.
Bad
Oh,
Planet.
you bastard.
What? What?
That's Dave Stevens' last published
Yes.
cover.
Oh, Bad Planet.
Yes.
That
This
book
is stupid
is now out of reach. I will not pay
No,
those
no, no.
prices for that book.
I
Even
got it
raw,
cheap. I
even
got it
raw
cheap.
now. It's
I got it at a good price.
raws right now. A lot of people are selling them for several $100. So
You get a good
Little
price.
Harley.
oh, you got that one. I hate that cover, but I know
I
it's
love
worth a
this
lot of
cover.
money now.
I got a deal, another deal.
Yeah, another deal. Stop that circle jerking. Let's go.
Why'd you chime in? It's my time. All right. We got Xmen 27
There you
9.8.
go. Maystorm.
for the Maystorm. What was this? The Whatnot special foil of Supergirl.
Bruce single-handedly is keeping CGC in business.
That's it.
I think so.
Hard to find. Ghost of a book. DC's Harley Quinn romance is #1, the 1 in 25. It's a ghost. It's the 1 in 25 on a $10 book. And then we have the second printing, 1 in 25.
Yay. Trinity.
A Wonder Woman 800.
I picked up a bunch of those. I love that book. I like Trinity, and I think they're going to do a lot with her. I think it's silly not to pick up tons of those right now, whether they're cheap.
Got Spidey Super Stories 31, Star Wars homage.
I love that.
I like that.
I love all the Electric Company Spidey Super Stories books.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially if you can find them in higher grade because they're normally beat up.
I actually graded at my El Gato Negro #1 graded.
I'm missing one issue. Right?
Did you actually go buy that book and then go get it graded, or did you dig it and find it?
It was $38 when I got it. Now it's $100. People are asking for that book.
Well, I hope you sell it fast.
I am going to sell it. It's going up for a Raz. I got Captain America #1 newsstand photo variant. They cheated me out of a 9.6. They gave me a 9.4, but that's not bad for a newsstand from 2011.
Somewhere AOA is very happy right now.
Yeah, he already hit me up on Instagram. Then we have.
I love the photo covers. As well. Those tend to be hard to find.
And then once I saw this on Pete's Ghost video, I dug mine out. Batgirls #6.
Is that
the 1 in 25. Yeah, Gonzalez. Yeah, Gonzalez. I love this cover.
So that wasn't even really a pickup. You already had that. So that doesn't really count.
This does count. If I sent them to CGC and they got graded, what do you think this is? Come on.
You already had it.
Whatever.
I don't.
And then my damage drawn #1, 1 in 25. Got a 9.8. I don't know how I did it, but I got that top stuff out that was on the top of the book.
That's good because those were a little banged up.
There's CGC's really fool themselves, giving all these fake 9.8s and 9.9s.
There's only 8 of these listed on 9.8.
They just got tired halfway through Bruce's stack of books. They're like, fuck it, it's a 9.8.
9.8s.
I know we're gonna have to start. We're gonna have to start limiting Bruce's pickup time here. This is
well, if Dom stopped talking, I can get through my books.
Hey, why am I stop talking? Me.
And then I won this from a Raz.
Well, here we go.
Of course you did.
Next,
Yeah.
I have another copy of Next 3 and 9.6.
I do love that book.
Seduction of the Innocent 9.2.
There you go.
So I got one of those around here somewhere.
Yeah, I never get any of my
Oh my
Steven
God.
stuff graded. I guess I should have
You
at
should.
some point.
Cheval Noir
Is this?
#1 9.6.
Is this one Stevens as
9.6
well?
9.6 is a nice
Yes.
grade on that book.
Yes, it's
All right.
Stevens.
No, I
Because-
got a book
Because
here.
usually it has some color up on the back, and the corners are always messed up on some of these. A lot of these. Then I have Invincible Iron Man #1 photo variant 9.8. And last book,
A 2-hour show turns 3 hours because of Brucifer. Let's go.
the main course, the dessert of the group.
yeah. Just show the damn book.
Wonder Woman #6, black and gold.
I love
There
that
you go.
black gold cover.
Yeah, the-
Akiyama.
Yep.
Mama Bear, the reason why you don't see a problem with Brucifer's pickups is that you're a Brucifer fanboy. You love Brucifer. That's why.
Doesn't everyone?
Is
Not everyone.
this a Dave Stevens? as
No,
well?
I don't believe it is. You would see the
Which is
DS on
probably
there.
Which one? No.
I think all he did was that one.
Nice try, Styx. Trying to fit in.
The one I had handy. I'm like, hey, I have one of those books. Not that book, but
All right, let's get into some stuff.
She said,
Let's
look at-
stop.
Let's look at some more comics. So this week, my personal choices.
Love
The Conan 9, the Udon Web Store, the Inkpot version variant. I love that book, even though I bought more copies than I probably should have. I don't care. I love that book. I think it's beautiful.
Someone got slap happy on that.
I number one, I love Conan, so I try to pick up a lot of Conan stuff anyway, but that is just an awesome Conan cover. I love it. Next on the list is Machine Girl and the Space Hell Angels, number 2, cover B.
Is that how you pronounce that? Angels?
That's how I'm gonna pronounce it.
I've been calling it Ingles. I don't know why.
I'm a fucking idiot, so I'm sure I'm wrong. So
you may be right. I have no idea.
Is it Hell Ingalls? Ingalls, right?
And this is the book that we will be taking a look at tonight for first impressions. The number 1 of this. So
yeah, the number 1. So I'll just say this, but not to get into too many spoilers from our book review. I'll just say this comic has good covers.
Yeah, there's some Mercandolfo covers, which are nice. And last but not least on the list, La Muerta Devious number 1, Joel Gomez Wonder Woman homage variant, which is an homage of the great Brian Boland's Wonder Woman cover, which was 92 or 93 Wonder Woman.
93.
So I like a good homage for books that don't get homaged too horribly often, and this was a pretty good one. So Gomez did a bunch. I mean, there's in this La Muerta book, I believe there's probably, it's a Coffin Comics book, so there's literally like 25 variants for it. Gomez did a ton of the black and white ones, which were all really, really good. If you like his style and that artwork and kind of that Deus de la Muerte type artwork, he has some really badass black and white covers on this issue that are pretty sweet. So that's for what's going on this week. In the future, I had to put this Operation Sunshine on here because this is an Evan Dorkin variant cover. I don't know if you're familiar with Evan Dorkin. He is the person who created Milk and Cheese. You do not see his artwork very often anymore.
Just like that Darth Maul cover from last week, or kind of similar style. Anyway.
This is purely a pick because of the artist. I love Milk and Cheese. I like Dorkin and his irreverent humor.
Milk and Cheese.
And like I said, this is an artist you don't see do a lot of cover work. So if you're an old Milk and Cheese fan, it's one to look out for. It should be readily available and not difficult to get, but definitely one to throw into the PC if you're a fan. Next on the list, I'm waiting for exclusives. I want more. I want to start seeing exclusives for this book, but this one you'll be able to get normally. This is Zatanna Bringing Down the House #1. This is the Art Germ cover.
Don't curse this book with store exclusives.
We
don't need the run going crazy.
I do, because you know why? There's no Hughes cover. There's no Hughes cover. I want a Hughes cover. I don't give a shit if it's a store exclusive.
It's a B cover, though. I mean, exclusives aren't going to hurt a B cover. They hurt like
no. There's a foil. There's a foil of this as well. And
a virgin B cover, or did you just throw the art out?
There's just a foil. There's a foil cover. No, this is all they've released so far. I'm sure there'll be probably a minimal trade dress on this.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I don't know what they'll do with the foil. Probably same minimal trade dress. And last but not least, there is a new Red Sonja series coming, Empire of the Damned. There is some Josh Middleton covers in that, of which this is one of them. Yeah. So if you are a Josh Middleton fan, which many people are.
He lost me with the Milk and Cheese 2 leftover, Zaggy. I don't know. Is that the guy's name, Milk and Cheese?
It's an old comic book. Yeah, it's a duo. Go back, look it up. I mean, it was popular around the same time as Ren and Stimpy and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
I thought you were saying it was some guy, the artist's name or something with Milk and Cheese.
No.
Terrible name.
Yeah, Milk and Cheese is a fantastic, great series.
Hey Joe, like mid to late 90s, right?
Yeah, early 90s, I believe.
Early 90s.
Dom,
Yeah.
do you ever stop talking?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, now you're gonna start me now.
Thank you.
Come on. Damn, man.
So that's what I got on the list. That's what I got on the list for this
I
week.
couldn't help myself.
So a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It keeps getting harder and harder because they don't put out as many pictures as I need of some of these previews, and I'm already getting into stuff into June and early July for some of these books. So hopefully those previews people and those companies will start getting some promo art out for some of these covers. Yeah, let's do some news.
Hey, I got a question though before you and I don't know why this popped into my head because it has nothing to do with the news this week, although I don't even know what the news this week is, but I was thinking about your cover slide for this segment, and I was getting a haircut earlier this week, and I was thinking
You did?
about how different people get haircuts. So I don't know who gets who. I don't know. Styx and I may be the only ones that get haircuts out of the four. I mean, you guys.
What? What? What?
Bruce for
Of course I get hit.
probably keeps his short.
Well, we don't know if
You
Brucifer
cut
has a head. Oh, there we go.
Okay, yeah, Bruce just keeps it short. So do you, when you're getting a haircut in like a barbershop, like I went to the barbershop on the Navy base here where I usually go,
Oh, no hat.
and you get some barbers that like to talk to you and some barbers that don't. Do you like to talk when you get a haircut, or do you just leave me alone to let me enjoy the head massage that you're giving me right now?
What?
A good barber
You know, the
will
little,
randomly talk a little bit, but I don't know. I used to go to two different types of barber shops because I would still go get my the beard trimmed up and stuff like that. Sometimes I like nice little pot shave, whatever. The old school, I used to go to an old school Italian barber. It was in a walk down little basement. The room was maybe about 5 feet by 5 feet. Had pictures of Sinatra all over the place, an old TV from the 1950s that never worked, and he would talk the whole damn time you were in there.
A bloody straight razor on the counter.
What?
But then I used to also go to a Vietnamese barbershop, and they would never talk to you. They would just you tell them what they want, and then it was quiet the whole time, and it was great. They get the hot towel.
It's weird. When I get a haircut, I don't like to talk. Just give me the haircut. The clippers vibrating. It's just not. It's just soothing.
It's like being at the dentist.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't want to talk. I just want to
But
get
the
through
weird
it.
thing is when I here comes Dom. I know Dom's going to say something, or Bruce first. Whoever gets in first, you're going to say something. When I get a massage, I'll talk during the massage.
Oh, I will not talk during a massage. I do not.
I'll talk. Like I get like an hour massage, and I will talk the whole time because I always see the same massage therapist, and it's like she's like my psychiatrist. I just talk about everything from food to movies.
Wait, they do all of this. They do all of this as supercuts.
I can't do that.
I
for
go
a massage.
somewhere different for massages. No,
When you get a massage, do they do the what's your pain tolerance 1 to 10?
Yeah, they'll ask me, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
No, listen.
Yes.
I'm a tough guy. I'm not gonna let them know some chick is killing me.
That's why I don't like talking during massages, because when they say what's your pain tolerance 1 to 10, I'm like 10, and because I want to go get a real massage, I refuse to talk because I'll be saying something and I'll be like, oh well.
And they're grinding your head down into that little
What?
I tell them what they have to massage.
Obviously, Brucifer's never got a massage, or at least not.
Hey, Enrico, welcome.
What?
I tell them where to massage, and then I just shut up. I have them talk, and the hardest part is my freaking calf.
The hardest part.
The most.
The back is always the worst when they're breaking down the muscle along the spine, around the shoulder, and they're doing the old elbow roll through.
Somehow this went from haircuts to massages to.
Well, I'll bring it back.
Calves.
I'll bring it back to haircuts. I'm lucky enough that my barber is from New York City. He's a transplant up here where I am, and he uses straight razors and clippers. and he talks, he eats, he talks to his wife, and dances while he's cutting my hair, and it still looks good. Within 45 minutes, so.
Yeah,
I mean, I love the barbershop I go to now. There's
the music,
there's
dancing,
several
talking,
there's several
drinking.
there's several deer heads on the wall. There's always a dog walking around.
show.
It's a good time.
There's nothing like going to a Dominican barber.
Yep,
They serve
yep.
rice and beans. They serve rice and beans as you get your haircut. There you go.
If you get there at lunchtime, they will.
Yeah, exactly. They will.
My barber's Dominican.
So the barber I had in the Bronx was a really off the boat Italian guy, and his name was Rocco, and he used to cut my hair a long time in the Bronx when I lived there for 35 years, and then I started shaving my head so I don't get any more haircuts because.
Did he have the big jar of pomade there too for that?
Yeah, he used to do shave, yeah, all that stuff. Yeah, that stuff there.
Oh, good times.
That's funny.
And it's getting harder and harder to find like old school barbershops. You can
Oh.
find like fancy barbershops, but I don't want to go someplace where it's not really a barbershop, but they call it a barbershop and they're going to charge you $60 to give you a haircut.
Jeez.
Oh, yeah.
My haircut and shave is $30.
That's an old school barbershop, but they're getting harder and harder to find.
There's one over here in the Lower East Side where I am right now, and then there's a old school guy who does the beards, and after that, everything else is you have a lot of different barbershops for every type of style you want in haircuts.
Have they started doing body hair, personal body hair down there yet? Dom?
We're down here. Yeah,
the barbershop. Okay.
Manscaping.
Yeah, manscaping. They do
Usually-
manscaping.
I usually go to the one on base. So obviously in Hawaii, there's a large Asian community in Hawaii. So the barbers are usually like these tiny, short Asian women. So I have to like slide way.
Just bring a milk
Way
crate and
down.
sit on it.
Good times.
Anyway, didn't mean to. Let's get to the news, I guess.
It's a good discussion of what us old men do. I had to throw this in there for Jedi. The director of Terrifier 3 says Terrifier 3 goes even further. They just filmed one of the most insanely horrific scenes of the Terrorizer franchise, which you'll never believe who on the set could not handle it. In theaters, October 25th.
The guy who
I'm excited.
Terrifier. He couldn't handle it.
These movies, Jedi, thank you. Jedi turned me on to these movies. It's a whole universe. There's a whole Terrifier universe. It's not just Terrifier 1 and 2. There are other movies within the Terrifier universe. They are wonderfully awful and disturbing. And if you like just gross,
Just the way he looks
horror.
while he's doing this, like while he's massacring people, the way he looks is just like, oh my god.
He's got
And
Jedi.
this is the first time I've seen first time I've actually seen the movie art or whatever they're going
the movie
to poster
poster,
art they're going to do. I have no doubt that that's really a guy's face on. That's probably a Mall Santa's face that he has carved up and is wearing around his neck. I have no doubt.
I thought that was you, Jedi. It looks like you.
That's why I locked the doors and I have a large dog.
All I know is if you are a fan of just gore, like horror gore, which these movies are, and there is a large audience for people, that's the type of horror they like. The more gory, the better. These movies will scratch that itch, most definitely.
Nice. I like the background. She's art.
Yeah, they're hilarious too. There's a certain level of comedy in them, which is.
Really, there's probably. I mean, you gotta get once you get like acclimated to the gore, it's a pretty funny show. Actually.
Yes,
you just have to like accept the gore that comes.
I laugh at that. The killings in the movies, they make me laugh. These horror movies.
Yeah, this is an interesting series, and their budget has gone up with each movie. So this one will have the biggest budget so far. So we'll see what that translates.
We'll get some CGI blood. There you go.
Jedi and I will be watching. I know that much for sure.
Yep, you too.
I have a face for Hollywood, Bri. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I agree. I need to get an agent.
Now, I know nobody probably watches this series, American Rust. Season 2 just premiered on Amazon Prime, but I threw it in here for the simple fact that this was a series that was on Showtime that was canceled but then brought back by Amazon Prime. So I figured I'd throw out the question: are there any canceled series that you would like to see come back? Now that you have so many streaming options, this might start a trend.
That's what your question was. Okay.
Yes, of other streaming series or streaming services bringing back shows that maybe some other streaming network decided to cancel. I love America Rust, by the way. If you're from West Virginia or Western Pennsylvania or any of that kind of Rust Belt area, as I am,
so now that I understand your question, I do have one, but it's going to showcase my my terrible memory. What was the comic book movie that got canceled? It was on about the kids that went to the
Heroes.
No, crap. I don't know if someone from the chat. Anyway, if somebody else can, I'll look it up.
What
I can't
was it?
think.
Was it the one with what's his
Paper
face?
Dolls?
No.
You mean Paper Girls?
Paper Girls, whatever it was.
Yeah.
No, are you thinking about the one that had what's his face? John Cusack.
The one where the guy wanted to kill Ronald Reagan. He was took black in the 80s, and he wanted to kill Ronald Reagan because he blamed him for his mother's death or something. It was like an academy for like kids with
Deadly Class.
Head of the class. Or
Deadly Class. Deadly Class.
Deadly Class. Yeah.
Series.
So yeah, that's it. That's the one I would want them to bring. Somebody needs to bring that back. Because that was a good show, and it just got canceled. I still don't know why they canceled it. It was a really good show, actually.
The comic book was amazingly fantastic. It's my favorite Rick Remender stuff that he did, and I thought they did a great job on that series. Unfortunately, it was on Sci-Fi Channel, and then it died out. But they're bringing back what's the one Sci-Fi series that they're bringing back for at least a movie? What is was it Ramona Earp, or it's the what the hell's the name of that series?
Winona Earp?
The daughter, the granddaughter of
Winona Earp. Yeah.
They're
bringing that back. So I don't know. They did it for doing Deadly Class as live action. They did it justice. I thought it was good. I wish they would have brought it back. Terry Floyd. You got Terriers. Terriers was fun. Terriers was a lot of fun. The Tick. Question: the Tick live action or the Tick animated? Firefly, I think Wheaton has seen his day. Dirk Gently is fun, and Farscape.
They wrapped that up though, right? They wrapped up Firefly though, right? It'd be a movie or something. Yeah, Deadly Class. They just left hanging. I mean, it just ended.
Yeah. Farscape, by the way, Boom Studios is putting out a big hardback box set of Farscape stuff right now. Anybody else? Anybody else have something they'd like to see?
I like to see the Tomorrow People from CW. That was a good show. They were kind of like mutants. It was around the time that the Arrowverse first started. It was Steve Amell's brother was the star of the show. It was really good. The Magicians from the Sci-Fi Network. It was like an adult Harry Potter with drugs and sex. It's a great show.
I like some of the old. I liked when they were the WB.
Yeah.
Like I love the original Roswell series. They tried to bring Roswell back, and it sucked huge ass.
Dom wants them to bring back Book of Boba Fett.
Yes.
Better Off Dead. Better Off Dead was fun.
Not gonna happen.
I would like to see. I'm really amazed they haven't tried to do anything with Farscape though. Farscape seemed like it would be a perfect series to come back and do a movie or something like that. There is a huge following.
Are both seasons of this on Amazon Prime?
I didn't even check because I just started watching season 2 today. I didn't even go back to see if they had season 1 and carried it over. But season 1 was on Showtime. It's a good, gritty, kind of true crime type show. So
definitely Firefly is a good show. It's a nice show.
Yeah, Firefly was fun. I think Joss Wheaton. I don't know if he'll have a redemption arc or whether he's done. We'll see.
All right, you wait long enough, people forget.
Yeah, but he's a pretty big piece of shit. So I don't know.
So was Robert Downey Jr. until he turned his life around.
Yeah, but he had an excuse. He had an excuse how he had some excuses.
Really?
Oh yeah, I had drug problems and stuff like that. Joss Whedon's just
Not an
naturally a
excuse for
piece of
being an
shit.
asshole.
No, it's not. But
Bruce
Joss Whedon was just
straight
all
up.
an asshole.
What?
Straight up. You're the biggest asshole.
Yeah.
I never denied that.
There you go.
Fuck. Wow, he's like that was a secret.
I always like Dead to Me as well. That Dead to Me was a good series that was on for a while.
Sarah Connor Chronicles. That's gonna have never ended.
That was
Never.
actually
that's a
decent.
good one.
That
That's
was
a good one.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate when they cut them off. Like when you can launch
Good one,
end a
Bruce
series,
Fur.
it's nice, but
Dom, how come you can't come up with a good one like Bruce Fur does?
Why? Because the other shows that you're talking about, I really like. There's only certain shows I like.
Star
And
Wars.
they went full
Star
seasons.
Wars.
They went
Star
full
Wars.
seasons.
I always wanted more Twin Peaks, and then they gave me more Twin Peaks, and I was like, oh shit, that didn't help. If you've seen the most recent Twin Peaks, you understand.
You know, we could say Hannibal, Raised by Wolves. You could say
Hannibal ended perfectly,
You
and they
think
left
so?
it open. It
I
ended
want
perfectly and
I
beautifully.
need another season.
I will take as much of that because that is my favorite show, hands down. My wife and I both. I got Hannibal posters and fan art and stuff all over my house. That series was one of the best done things, and it was done on NBC, which was insane for how good that series was. It was done on NBC.
You know, what was that show on HBO that got canceled? That was really good. It was expensive as hell.
Rome was really good. Yeah, Rome was great.
Yeah.
Alrighty, moving on. They caught the guy. So any of you Michiganders who shop at Nostalgia Inc., they were robbed this past week, and Jackson police officers have arrested a suspect. So somebody basically smashed the window of the store, came in, grabbed a bunch of crap, and ran out. So there you go. They also ended up catching, I think, somebody in Bucks County in Philly had gone in. I think it was 2 people came in and assaulted somebody that worked in the store and stole some stuff. Those people were also arrested, and I believe they were from Michigan. So Marco, get your people in check.
Get people in check.
So just shout out to our brick and mortars out there. That's not a goddamn easy business to be in. You know, so it sucks to see these people have something happen like this, but I'm glad there was a quick resolution.
Carry firearm, blow these motherfuckers away. That's it.
I will say that if Marco, if you're watching, I just want to know if these guys will be banned from all cons in Michigan.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yes.
Ban them for life.
Well, hopefully they're not. Hopefully they're not out on bail and they won't be able to go to.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well,
some cities will let them out on bail right away.
Is bail still a thing anymore? I thought they just let everybody
some
out.
people let them out
Yeah.
anyway. It doesn't matter. No bail, no nothing. Just let them out in the street. Take them
some
in.
cities do that.
So they don't give a shit.
But it's nice to see the person got caught. But you know, it still sucks to have somebody. You know, that guy still got to clean up his store. You know,
Fix the
fix
window.
all that shit. Got shit stolen.
What they should do is
hopefully
get this guy who broke the window to fix the window.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
Cosmic's right. So if I remember right, they had like some great camera footage of this guy.
Oh yeah, this was just one picture of him. There
Yeah,
are
they had
multiple.
like, I mean, this guy did like everything short of like looking at the camera and like, you know, throwing up the peace sign. They had this guy like,
He's got a hat
I,
on.
I like it. I like that he was discerning enough to go through a short box. Be like, no,
With
have
gloves.
it, have it, have it, have it,
With
have it, have it.
gloves.
Oh,
No, with gloves. He's got gloves
He
on.
was checking his CLZ. Oh no.
yeah.
but yeah, again, a big shout out to brick and mortars.
Yeah.
It's a rough, hard business nowadays to have a brick and mortar that does anything, but especially comics. So support your local LCSs. Now here's here at The Qualified, we do not body shame, but our bodies are a shame. So it was just announced that by the end of 2026, all domestic McDonald's will also sell 3 varieties of Krispy Kreme donuts.
Yeah.
This was the best news I've heard all week.
Who's,
Smiles on my face.
Who is it? I mean, yeah, so this isn't new, right? I mean, this is new, but I mean, like, who is it that Cinnabon is kind of like wherever you see a Cinnabon, you'll see like a Taco Bell or something. It's like Cinnabons are always like hand in hand with something, I thought.
I think it's Taco Bell. They have.
I know
Taco Bell.
A&W Root Beer had and Long John Silver's. There's a marriage there for a while. I don't know about Cinnabon.
Well, also with these
So
donuts,
this is I don't know how many people from Hawaii watch this show, but so it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out in Hawaii, whether or not you're going to have Krispy Kremes at the McDonald's. Lots of McDonald's across Oahu, not a single Krispy Kreme on Oahu. What happens is there is a Krispy Kreme donuts on Maui, and a big fundraising thing that they do here in Hawaii for the kids, soccer teams, football teams, baseball, et cetera, is people will go to Maui and they'll just bring back like hundreds and hundreds of boxes of Krispy Kreme, and then they'll set up on the side of the road and start selling Krispy Kremes on Oahu. That's the only way you can get them here on Oahu is via somebody's fundraiser. So this will be interesting for me in particular as to how this plays out across the island.
It was so weird when I went to Baltimore last year. We stopped at Walmart on the way home, and they have boxes of Krispy Kreme in Walmart. I was like, "What the hell is this?"
yeah,
They don't have that here.
I will say they are not the same. I have them in grocery stores here, but I had a actual brick and mortar Krispy Kreme right down the street from me for a long
It's
time.
on the conveyor belt and it falls off.
Yes, yeah, you would be able to go get a dozen hot glazed,
Yeah.
where they were fresh off. There is nothing like that. So wherever else you buy them, it is not the same. You could throw it in a microwave and pretend and close your eyes. It is not the same as getting a hot Krispy Kreme donut from Krispy Kreme, but they are still unbelievably awesome donuts.
Yeah.
I know a few people on this channel that's going to try to go in McDonald's and order a Big Mac on 2 glazed donuts.
that's what I was
No,
trying to
people
say.
will be making them. I'm sure people will be making them
That's what I was
themselves.
gonna say. Let me talk.
It'll be right down there on the dollar
What
menu.
do you mean let you talk? You always
I was
talk.
about to say that you're gonna have special burgers you can put the donuts on. That's the reason why.
Why are you trying to steal my idea
No,
right here on the
your
show?
idea.
Come on.
I was trying to say that for the longest time, and I kept.
Well, that's not even an original idea. They've already done that. Who was it that did that?
Before.
I think
So,
KFC
I mean-
did that actually. I think it was KFC that did that.
So now this
Somebody
this
did
will
that
guarantee the fact that I will have my heart attack
Nice
eating
try,
my food
October.
on the way home from the drive-thru.
Well, I got Krispy Kremes down the block from my job. They make all the donuts there, right down the block from where I work.
And why you don't bring me some up here?
Why? You don't deserve it.
Oh, wow.
So much energy. Hey, giggles.
That's all those jelly beans he ate today.
Yeah, you can't be too picky around here, Brian. You got to take it wherever you can get it.
Yeah, but supposedly they will be doing this at all of their locations. So
But
this
not
is not a
all,
regional thing or whatever. It's going to be
Not
everywhere.
all the types of donuts, just 3 donuts.
Yeah,
of
just
donuts.
just
A
three
glaze.
varieties.
Yeah, just a glaze and then 2 sprinkled, the vanilla and the chocolate. I think.
It's
That's right.
if you go to Krispy Kreme and eat anything other than a hot glazed donut, you're a moron because that is it's like going to a burger place and ordering a hot dog. You get what's the best thing there, and for them, the straight up hot glazed is the true donut.
Yeah, the hot glaze is actually.
All right.
They basically just dissolve in your mouth. They're glorious.
Like
If you-
love it in your mouth.
If you want all kinds of weird donuts, there's duck donuts if you're here on the East Coast.
What the fuck?
If you've ever been down to the Outer Banks, they have duck donuts, and
I'm
they
sorry.
have
That's the
locations
name
all
of the
over.
shop. Is Duck Donuts?
Yeah, it's
Okay. All
'Cause
right.
it
No,
start-
just need
it's-
to clarify. Just need to
it
clarify.
started in Duck, North Carolina, near North Carolina, in the Outer Banks.
What
And
about
now
voodoo
they
donuts?
have franchises. Well, they dip at Duck. They dip them for you, so you choose what you want. They dip the donut and do them. So you're basically getting custom dozens of donuts. But I'll stick with a hot glazed any day from Christmas.
My wife just said the lemon filled donuts. We went to South Carolina in Walmart. They had the lemon filled donuts.
Or the fillet of fish, which is even worse.
Ooh.
Fillet of fish.
2 beef patties,
Fillet
special sauce,
of
lettuce,
fish.
cheese on a glazed donut.
That's what my appendix is for. So, if you're a donut fan and a McDonald's fan, you can get that. God knows by the time they have them how expensive they'll be, because McDonald's is ridiculously expensive now. So we'll see.
Yeah.
You see Five Guys? The freaking donut, how much they charge the burgers for? $12 a burger?
Oh, yeah.
And Five Guys?
12.
Yeah, Five Guys is getting a little ridiculous. That
McDonald's is
started around
almost
Five Guys
14.
started around me, so I've had
It's
Five Guys for a long
15
time.
for a cheeseburger here.
That's crazy, man. For a small fry, a drink, and a thing, it's like $20-something. That's nuts.
Well, that's the way it is all over.
Jeez.
Yeah. Jedi shot me this news story today, which I thought was kind of funny. Some animal lover thought there was a injured hedgehog. So
This is beyond dumb for me. I mean, this almost sounds fake, to be honest, but it was all over a lot of the news channels, and of course, it was all over the internet. This animal lover finds what she thinks is a hedgehog, an injured baby hedgehog, and takes it home and puts it in a box and offers it food, and
Has to be
it
fake.
just lays
Come
there.
on.
So she gets so worried that it just lays there that she takes it to the vet to try and heal it, only to find out that it's what do you call it? The toboggan.
those little pom-poms.
Pom-pom that goes on top of a winter cap.
I thought it was a tribble.
Freaking
A
cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Triple.
This, I would beg that veterinarian not to tell anybody if that was me. I mean, I would, but please don't. I mean, maybe this lady already had a reputation of being an idiot. Maybe she just doesn't care. But oh my God, are you freaking serious? It sounds made up, but apparently it's not.
It's amazing what people do. There's some really, really dumb people out there. So, although I mean, I guess I wouldn't know how she got it in there. Like, I can understand if it was somewhere and you're just looking at it and you're not getting close to it or doing anything. And but you had to have put it in that box somehow.
You had to have picked it up.
Yeah,
somehow.
Well, I guess my question would be: if hedgehogs are even, like, it must be a hedgehog.
So this was in the this was actually in the UK though, at least, so we don't have to swallow this one as Americans. This was this was in the UK. So
this is on our
Americans just drink bleach.
On our dentally
wasn't one of our
dentally
one of our
brothers
idiots. It
across
was
the
somebody
sea.
else's idiot.
Yeah.
Somebody else's. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
No meat. I don't understand, BK. No meat. That's just that's a bridge too far. If God didn't want us to eat meat, he wouldn't have made it out of food.
So if you were the veterinarian, would you have played like a major prank on this lady and been like, and just ran up the bill and gave her a bill for like $500 or pounds, whatever it is. It's just like
You probably did anyway because they came
probably
into
did.
the office.
I would be pretty good. If I were the vet, I would be pretty good natured about it. And just like, unless they woke me up in the middle of the night and called me in for some dumb shit like this, then I'm like, you're getting a bill. You're getting a bill if that's the case.
Oh man, nuts! That's crazy what people do.
Agreed.
Louis Gossett Jr. passed away.
Never
87
say.
years old. Very sad, but he was
He
87. He had a good full life. He won an Academy Award for his role in Officer and a Gentleman.
Yep.
I believe he won an Emmy for Roots.
Mhm.
I love him in Iron Eagle and Enemy Mine, but he had a great long career.
He was in the movie. First movie I remember with Lou Gossett Jr. was I brought this up before. My mother, for whatever reason, used to take me and my brother to rated R movies when because she wanted to go see them, so she would take us with her. And she took us to see The Deep. Anybody remember that movie, The Deep?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I think Lou Gossett. I mean, I know Lou Gossett was in there. I think was he the guy that got his head bitten off by a giant eel or something? It might have been. But I think that's probably my first Lou Gossett Jr. movie. Not that certainly not my favorite, but I think it might have been my first.
I saw Iron Eagle at a drive-in as a kid. I still remember it to this day. Back in the old days where you couldn't tune your radio at a drive-in, you had the little speakers that you had to pull up to, and everyone would just sit out on a big blanket outside your car or whatever, or inside the car, and all the parents would sit in the car, all the kids would sit outside and watch it. It was a great movie. Chippy!
Yeah.
Enemy Mine was a great movie. That was a great movie that he was in.
I loved Enemy Mine.
Yeah.
It was,
you want to know a fun fact about Louis Gossett Jr.? So when he was beginning acting, in his beginning time of acting, he was also an athlete. He was offered a tryout with the New York Knicks. The day he was going to the New York Knicks for the tryout, he got offered a role in a Broadway play that paid $700 a week. He took the play and didn't go for the audition for the.
How tall was he?
He was tall. Yeah, so I just found that. Actually, just found that out. I was like, wow, that's kind of really interesting. Look it up, Christopher.
I will.
Well, he will be missed. Yeah, but like I said, 87. Nice
6'4",
long fulfilling life.
Yeah.
Your old chappy. And don't forget Iron Eagle 2 Aces.
Yep.
Oh, how could we?
Last but not least on the news, Universal's Wolfman will be delayed and will release early 2025. So if you are a fan of Universal's monsters, I want Universal monsters. I want this to be a thing. I need these movies to start coming out so they can make it a thing. So I'm hoping this works out all right and comes out all right.
Yeah.
I think monster movies can make a pretty good comeback, which would be nice. Be a nice palate cleanser for superhero bullshit.
Yes.
Yeah, as long as they do them right and don't like whatever it was they did to the Mummy. Don't do that. So.
Yeah, I think what they're shooting for these is more of the original feel of what a monster movie is.
The one-off.
Versus the
Buffy. I agree.
Yeah, versus that dumb shit that they did with the Mummy.
If they didn't come out and say, "Oh, we're gonna have this big, huge universe," when they created the Mummy, and I think it would have went over better than it did.
Yeah.
If they just said it was it's a one-time movie, maybe after it plays in the theater, say, maybe we'll expand it. Do that.
I can't remember what was the last good.
It was more than that.
What was the last good werewolf movie we've had? I mean, Underworld had werewolves.
Twilight,
but
Twilight, I guess. Was it Twilight?
No, he said good. He said good.
What is that? Was good on the train with the werewolves. That was good. That was amazing.
I've said it 3 times already. Twilight was the last good one.
Cursed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Cursed.
I will not be ignored.
Yeah, that was a TV series, though.
Cursed?
Yeah.
No. It was with Joshua Jackson.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking about the most recent one with Isla Fisher. Which
Oh,
was a
yeah,
TV
Dog
series.
Soldiers. I forgot about that one.
Bad Moon.
There was one on, what was it, MTV? Pretty good.
You know,
What do you mean, Mama Bear? Those weren't werewolves in Twilight. What were they?
No, and I know we've had we've had TV series and stuff like that, but have a good big budget.
You know, it's funny you said
werewolf movie.
Perp did a whole stream about werewolf movies today.
No.
Nice.
Yeah, he did.
I'm talking to Mama Bear. Those weren't they weren't shapeshifters.
Yeah, they were shapeshifters. They weren't werewolves.
What?
Yes.
Stop it.
Right. She's right.
15-year-old girl.
In
I ain't
Twilight?
buying it.
Yeah.
So they can only shapeshift into
They're
dogs.
still
That's-
crappy.
Yeah.
They thought they were werewolves, but they turned out to be shapeshifters.
I didn't throw it in here because I just found it to be
Trust
kind of
in Mama
boring.
Bear.
But since
They
we were
got ripped
talking
off.
about Twilight,
See what you did, Jedi?
the girl from Twilight, what's her name? I don't know why I just spaced on her name.
Shitty McShitterson.
not Shitty McShitterson. What the hell's her name? She's in that new movie that just came out.
Stewart?
Yeah, Kristen Stewart said that she would never be in a Marvel movie unless Greta Gerwig was directing it. It's too much of a shit show. So
How pompous.
that was news this week.
She's still living off that Twilight money, apparently, because I guarantee you, if they offered her enough money, she would do it.
Yeah, I enjoyed her in Panic Room, but that's
Yeah, she was good in that.
but outside and well the movie she also did with Dakota Fanning about the Runaways with Joan Jett. That was good. But outside of that, so that's something. Well, that's news for the week, boys. Jedi, it is on you for the not comic sale of the week.
That's not a comic. Sale of the week. So Cosmic DM'd me and gave me some kind of vectored me in towards what he was talking about for patches. I still think I got it wrong, to be honest with you. But we'll keep trying. But we are talking about patches this week. He was talking about when he DM'd me, he was talking about NASA patches, but I think he was talking about NASA patches as they had to do with the Stranger Things movie, maybe. But it did get me going, and I landed here. So these are official Apollo or NASA crew patches, I guess you would call them. So the first one is a little more
Mission
than that.
patches.
It's so it's mission patches. The first one is the U.S. flag and mission patch for Apollo 10. These patches were actually on the moon, apparently, at least according to the listing. They have been framed and signed by the astronauts of the mission. The signatures have not been authenticated, but it still went for just under $5,000.
Send it to CGC.
I think these are good. I think these are good just how they are. But yeah, this sold in late March, just a week ago, for a little over $5,000. Pretty cool. Get this. Yeah, that'd be a cool thing to have up in your cage.
Any of that NASA cave. Any of that NASA stuff is worth a good grip.
And then we have Apollo 11 crew patch. This was off of a biological isolation garment from 1969. This one was a fixed price sale for $575. This was earlier this month. A biological isolation garment. That's that weird.
Biosuit.
Yep.
Biosuit.
Yeah. Well,
and then lastly, a little more. Go ahead. Yes, Joe.
I was going to say, I wonder whether that means it was in space, or whether
this one didn't actually say it was in space, so it might have just been. I don't know. This one did not give as many details as that first one. And the last one was off Shuttle Endeavour. So the Shuttle Endeavour did several flights, several missions. This was off STS-113, which is the mission number, I guess. This was a crew patch from 2002. This one was actually an auction with 8 bids, landing at $393 in late or mid January. So pretty cool.
Since we have this up, I'm gonna tease Dom with a little conspiracy theory stuff because I know he likes that shit. And I saw this a few weeks back. I still have to vet how true some of this stuff is, but the Challenger, of course, the Challenger tragic accident. Yep. I remember as a kid sitting in class watching that. Did you know that it was like like 7 of the 9 people or whatever from there all have either twins or people.
Oh, I saw that.
That have the same name that look exactly like them.
Yeah, they have doppelgangers. I saw that video.
I heard about that. That's crazy.
I saw that. It was very weird. It was
I love those conspiracy stuff, man. Those different. It raises eyebrows.
You love them a little too much, I think.
I do. Conspiracies.
Yeah. I wish I knew you were going to be showing these. I have back in the 80s, they used to have that. It was like a mail away. They would send you a patch a month, type of thing.
Yeah,
I've got a whole bag of these mission patches.
Oh, NASA ones.
NASA ones, yeah.
Ah, nice.
There might be a couple of Russian ones in there too.
Yeah, I'm pretty close to the Air and Space Museum.
Since Styx never throws anything away, he still got them somewhere.
He still got wrappers from his old
they're still
candy bars back in the day too.
Well, truthfully, I mean, all of the old memorabilia from those Apollo missions and stuff like that is worth a shit ton of money as collectibles. If you come across them and stuff like that, all the early NASA stuff is highly collectible and often goes for a good amount of money. So something to think about when you're hitting a estate sale or flea market or something like that. See, sometimes you find it cheap. So
yeah,
nice. Thank you, Jedi.
Yeah, I don't know how you get stuff like this authenticated, but as far as the patches, I mean, like if you were just to find it in a garage sale in a box of marbles or whatever you find this, I don't know how you get something like that authenticated. But
there's other stuff. What? Go ahead.
I'm sorry. If these were on like jackets and stuff like that for people who wore them when they went to space, they ripped them off, I guess, right? They ripped off the jackets, so the
well, you can cut the seam. You can cut the seam.
Cut around.
Yeah. I'm assuming these have some sort of like lineage. People like have actually know somebody who knew somebody, and these right here can be authenticated via actual people, or as opposed just to finding one out in the wild somewhere and not really knowing if it was really a real mission patch or something that came.
But there's also a lot of art and photography and stuff like that was done, and booklets that were put out and stuff like that, both internally for NASA and externally, which are worth a lot of money.
Well, I know when every year my union used to give out patches just to give them out, just so you could put them on jackets or wherever you want to put them on.
It's just that, how many bars have you been to where they you go in, you give them your cop badge or whatever, and then they collect them from all over the place?
Yeah, I have the job I had before this, I worked for Iridium at one of the gateway centers for the Iridium satellite constellation up there. And every time they would launch a new satellite, they would send all the employees out like patches for that satellite. So I have, they're around here somewhere, but I don't think they're really worth anything. They're just, there was a lot of them.
I worked for Lockheed Martin for a while, and they used to give us these books for we did the sonars and the radar systems for militaries, either both domestic and abroad. They would get us like books, or we'd get a couple coins every once in a while.
The coins, the mission coins go for a good amount of money. Those are highly collectible as well. The mission coins that they give out.
Dom could never get a clearance.
Well, thank you, Jedi. That was a good one.
Thanks. Well, thank you. I mean, credit goes to Cosmic. It's his idea, so we did.
Yeah, good job, Cosmic.
And again, anybody, if you have ideas, throw them in the YouTube comments after the show, so that we can go back and look. So if you have any ideas for Jedi of things you might want to see, we love suggestions, because that means we have to think less.
Easier that way. Speaking of thinking less.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, we went back a little bit. I asked Joe at the beginning of the week, I was like, hey, you want to do a first impressions? Because we didn't do one last week. And Joe knows more about, the new drops and stuff, new releases than I do. So he said, hey, how about this one? issue 1 came out, I think, in January, but issue 2 just dropped. So maybe we'll backtrack a little bit and we'll just do issue 1. Sounds good to me. So this is Machine Girl. If it sounds familiar, that's because Joe just talked about issue 2 in his Now and Later segment a couple of moments ago. Only 2 covers, so that's refreshing, maybe not. Depends on how much you like collecting covers, but only 2 covers for number 1.
I don't know much about this publisher, Alien Books, or other stuff that they've done. It wasn't a publisher I was overly familiar with, but I saw a Mirka Andolfo cover, so I was like, well, at least they pulled somebody in who is a well-known name for a cover. So I figured, hey,
she did the A cover. And then Bella Racklin did the B cover. Both are pretty spicy covers, I think. The A cover gets the benefit of a really good angle up at the character.
I love Mirka. She's very playful with her covers.
Yeah.
So yeah, cover appeal. I give this an A in cover appeal. I think the covers are good. Moving on, however, writing. So the first page, right when the first thing you see when you open the book is, and I do not like it when comic books do this personally.
Yeah, I'm not a big
character bios.
You get these character bios, yes, thanks, Styx, of these of all the characters that you'll see or might see throughout the run. It's a lot of reading right up front before you're even kind of engaged in the story. They're slamming you with homework almost to get you going. I'll be honest, I can't. Who all read? I know Joe read this. I read this.
I read through it.
I read it.
Did anybody read this bio page? I did not.
No,
I skimmed it. I'm not a huge fan. I would prefer a story be able to kind of just tell itself and expose itself. Well, I understand when you're dealing with something that's it's not terrestrial, so you have a bunch of different aliens and stuff like that. So to skip past a lot of bullshit and exposition that you'd have to put in a comic book, that you put a page like this in, I think they just could have slimmed it a little.
That's a good point, Joe, because I've only read the first issue, but I don't think you needed this. I don't think you needed this bio.
I don't really think you did either, or it could have been slimmed down significantly enough that you didn't need all of that.
Yeah. You could have put just the 3 main characters on there, and that was it.
Yeah, they didn't need to Hickman up the first page of the comic book.
Yeah,
exactly. So that's a negative. I'm going to have to subtract for that right up front because I did not. For one, it was a lot to throw at you on page 1, and for 2, I don't think you ended up needing it. A lot of the other writing though was simple writing throughout the rest of the comic book. They didn't really try to drown you in words. I did like the little pigmen Siamese twins. I thought they were I kind of wanted to see more of them because I thought they were something's wrong with me. I kind of liked that character.
Yeah.
He was kind of acting a little bit like a pervert a little bit. And
no comment.
They called her, the character called him on it and he goes, something's wrong with me. I can't help it or whatever. I thought that was kind of funny. Other than that, like I said, the dialogue was not, it was easy to digest the dialogue. I thought it wasn't hard.
Yeah, it was simple.
Anything else on the writing, guys?
No, I think it was I think they planted the seeds of some things, but it was what it was. I wasn't overwhelmed by the writing.
It definitely conveyed the story that they wanted to tell. So
but is it a story I want to know?
I don't know.
I think they did a good job of telling their story, but did the story grab me? We'll get into that later on another slide, I guess. Internal art, I thought it was, I don't know. I'm not really, I like covers, but when it comes to internal art, I'm not a big critic of how good or bad internal art is.
I am all the time.
All right. So what did you think about the internal art then?
I was fine. I thought the interiors were decent for an indie book. They were developed enough. There wasn't a bunch of super lazy panels.
No.
I thought it was decent. I thought it was decent enough for for an indie and a publisher that I'm not overly familiar with. I was like, oh, this is okay.
What do you think of the David Bowie character? And his name was Boland or something. So it was a
little on the nose. It was a little on the nose.
Yeah.
And then you had the one character here. I put her up here. She doesn't last long in the story, but she's got a weird nose or something going on. And then when she gets a bloody nose, this one art just makes it look like really bad.
Yeah,
the one on the far top right. It's like
28 days into the month.
Yeah, like I don't know if you meant to draw it to look like that, but it kind of looks like that.
I was trying to figure out when it happened because all she really gets is a little roughed up, and I didn't really see her get hit or.
Yeah, I think she got slammed to the floor or something. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it didn't. I don't remember anything happening to her.
It was quick, whatever it was.
She's a bleeder.
Yeah, she did. It caused her demise.
Yeah.
But it had some pretty. The art was kind of graphic, especially probably the best part was the bar fight of the comic. Yeah. Really, it's kind of the best part. You got to see some heads getting blown up and squashed. So yeah.
Yeah, I did get those panels were pretty well drawn. I mean, I enjoyed the art that they did. I mean, the illustration in this, they took their time with some of those detail panels, which I appreciated.
For no particular reason that I can put my finger on, but did anyone else get kind of Saga vibes from some of the internal?
I've never read Saga, so no.
Oh, okay.
A little bit, but not as good.
Yeah.
I guess maybe it was just some of the kind of off the wall characters that they created, alien characters. It kind of reminded me of Saga a little bit. All right, so that's pretty much. So we'll get into the story. Was it an interesting story? I didn't think it was that interesting. At least it didn't grab me right up, right from the front.
It didn't overly grab me. I'll probably read. Normally, I like to give something at least like 2 to 3 issues. I mean, if issue 2 is like really still like, I'll let it go. If issue 2 picks up a little bit and grabs me a little more, I'm not sure how it will, but if it does, then maybe
we haven't read issue 2 yet. Issue 2 came out on Wednesday, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, which is what I like to do with
since it's already out. I might read it.
It's fun to do with these as well for us to be able to go back when an issue 2 comes out to talk about issue 1, because a lot of these, again, when we're doing these, we're picking indie books. We're not picking, mainstream books. So these are hopefully, books that most people aren't seeing or thinking about or whatever. So if we're doing it when an issue 2 is coming out, you get a little feel for what 1 might be. And if it ends up being something good, you can pick up 2 issues.
Well, yeah, that's a good point, because if I had to wait another month or 2 months to read issue 2, I'll forget about it. But since it's already out, maybe.
And I agree 100%. If it was just issue 1 that came out this week, I would 100% forget about this book and not think about reading issue 2, because I would definitely forget about it by then. But since issue 2 is out, I'll probably just read issue 2 and see if it follows through.
Also, this is probably not a book your LCS is getting more than 5 of.
True.
Yeah,
if any.
Right?
If any.
If any.
The Merca and Dolpha covers help. There are Merca fans out there. So that will probably get some LCSs to buy at least a few copies.
If your LCS, the guy who is ordering it is a Merca and Dolpha fan.
True.
It's like, I like Merca, I'll order a couple extra books of that.
Yeah. Or order it at all.
Or order it at all.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Original or a bit familiar. Overall, original, at least so far. It really didn't tell us a lot about where the story is going, other than it's
that is a good point,
kind of a traditional trope of somebody stole something that somebody else wants, and now they have to evade getting caught and tortured or whatever. Other than that, I guess it was original. I mean, it did remind me of Saga a little bit, but I think that was more the art than anything else. But
space craziness, kind of tales are always feel a little bit similar when it's kind of people that are kind of in between the law type characters or outlaws and things like that. So it's it had not a one. I can't put my finger on it and say this is just like this, but it didn't feel completely unique. I'll tell you that much.
I don't know where they normally do this or if there's even a standard. The main character, if we get in issue 2 or 3, if there's a flashback to talk about how she came to be where she is, because she was like some sort of like MMA champion or fighting champion or something, but now she's traveling. She's traveling doing like Reacher, just traveling the roads, helping people in need.
I don't remember who, but someone in the chat said this was her 3rd series. So they're
really? Okay.
So this is not her first go around.
So there might be a history to this. So it's good to know. But it might exist somewhere else. So
keep reading. I mean, we talked about this because issue 2 is already out. I think I'll keep reading it, like Joe was saying, through issue 2 and see where that goes, and then make a decision. So for now, I'll hit the yes button on this one for now, I guess.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm hitting yes on this, but issue 2 could very well be my endpoint. So
yeah, I'll hit yes as well. It wasn't bad. I enjoyed reading it, so I'll give it another go.
And then on the option meter, I'm pretty much gonna be a never on this one, I think.
Yeah,
I don't think this one. You think this has got a chance, Styx?
I'm gonna key up to the chat again. I don't remember who said. Someone said that they already made a movie of this. So
what?
Yeah, I don't remember who said it.
Oh, okay, I haven't been keeping an eye on the chat.
Maybe it was Buffy. Maybe Buffy said it. But I don't remember who said it. Someone said that they already had a.
It came out in 2008.
A movie?
Wow.
Yeah,
and it was so good, none of us knew it existed.
Yeah. So was it an animated movie or live action?
Live action.
Who was in it?
It's a Japanese film.
Oh, okay. So it was a Japanese film. Okay. All right. Well,
I might see it since it was Japanese.
It's a horror film, right? Yeah. Okay.
Said it was a horror film. Oh wow! Now I'm actually kind of interested in this thing.
Yeah.
The comic certainly didn't come across as a horror comic.
Yeah,
a little bit.
This was a last minute grab for me because there were not very many number 1s or even number 2s this week of newer indie series. There were a handful that had gotten like 4 or 5 issues in, and to me that's it's a little too far for us for this segment. So
yeah. All right. Well, we'll try to do better next time, I guess.
I mean, if we're gonna base it on this book that we read, I would have said no, but
yeah.
So
I had no idea that she already had a backstory, and she already has a fan following. Apparently, I did not expect people in the chat to be familiar with her, but that's why we do this, so that we can learn.
Our chat's educating us.
They schooled us.
Very good.
Good job,
Thank you, chat.
So domestically, I don't know if we'll ever see it, but apparently it's big in Japan.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll have to go dig it up and watch the Japanese version and see how that compares. So we shall see. Good stuff.
There you have it.
Very good.
Alrighty. And now what you've all been waiting for.
It's actually on Tubi.
Oh,
of course it is.
Well, what isn't on Tubi?
Store commercials.
Everyone's been waiting to rack their brain.
Oh yes.
I don't even know if he's here. I pissed BK off, so I don't think he's gonna be of any help. He
might give
abandoned me the last 2 weeks anyway and left me hanging. So we'll.
He might
we'll
give you the
see.
wrong answer, so I'd be careful.
He
What's
might.
this week? Let's see what this week says there.
Addicted.
Oh, there I am. Yeah, I remember that day. That's the day I invented paragliding. All right.
All righty. Trivia with Styx.
So, of course, we got some magic trivia.
Magik.
However you want to say it.
Yeah,
So
we won't judge you for mispronouncing it.
No, I think either way, however you want to say it, it's like when people don't know how to pronounce your name, and you go, "That's fine enough."
Yeah, I'm not French. I'm not French Canadian, so I'm going to say Magic.
He probably goes, "Don't worry, don't play around, don't screw around." He started liking you again, Styx. So make sure you do
All right.
All right.
Yeah, he moved me up the other day. I moved up to, I think it was 7th on his list there, so that was good. Only 10 of us. So. All right, question number 1. What is Ilyana Rasputin's first appearance in comics? Is it the Uncanny X-Men number 145, Giant Size X-Men number 1, was it Magik number 1, or is it New Mutants number 14?
Is it D?
I know this one.
Well,
A.
No, I think it's Giant Size X-Men. B.
Interesting. Okay.
It's
Interesting. Not for Jedi anymore. Oh, you're out of favor, Jedi. Sorry.
Yeah.
You lost your.
Yeah, well, like I said,
It's
It's
A or C. I think it's A. I think she was mentioned. I think A.
All
So
right.
I said C, Buffy said A. Yep, let's go on to the answer, which is Jedi was correct. Giant Size X-Men number 1, where she appears as a baby.
That's bullshit. That's
No.
bullshit.
Baby
Baby?
appearances don't count.
Baby
No,
appearances count.
it's a fair account. It's a fair
They-
appearance.
She's named in the book.
So you want to collect, you have to get this damn book to get all her appearances. God damn it.
We know who she is in that book.
We
As
talked
far
about
as
it
that is the only one I'm going to get right this week.
On the
Is it listed on the label?
Yeah, she's not on the cover.
Not on the cover.
She's
Not on the label.
not on the cover. Yeah, well, yeah. All right, question number 2. Which one of these teleportation abilities does Magik not have? Can she travel between dimensions? Can she travel or teleport into space? Teleport through time using time travel? Or can she teleport herself into another person's body?
Another person's body, like inhabit their body, or just like make them explode?
Like inhabit their body. Can she do that? Yep.
And remember, which one does she not have?
Yeah, which one does she not have?
So by D you mean
Actually,
can she
I wanna-
take over?
I wanna with
Can
C.
she take over a person's body
Yeah.
and actions and control
I'm
them?
going with
right?
C.
That's what
Yep, like
B.
I can't think of the name of the word for it. I was gonna say manifestation, but that's not it.
I'm gonna say
Possession. Thank
I'm
you.
gonna say D too. I don't think she can possess anybody.
No, stop.
I was kind of
following-
leaning towards C, but I think
Okay.
I'm
Stop B. You're trying to follow B.
Right.
Come on.
Hey, listen, this is what I'm here to do. I'm the person who
Alrighty.
stirs the pot.
And
All
the
right.
answer is
The answer is she cannot possess
Two.
into a person's body.
Two.
Good job, Jedi. You're doing good. Without Rye's help, without BK's help.
See,
Out
BK,
on my
stop
own,
giving him the
doing
answers.
okay,
I think
BK.
Do the false answers, man. Stop giving Jedi things to win this thing because it's BS already.
All right, question number 3. Magik's soul sword was created for her by Mojo when she was teleported into his dimension. Is that true or is that false?
Mojo creative figure with long shot, man. I don't know if that's a
True.
I think it's false.
Yeah, I think it's true. I'm gonna say true.
False.
Bryce says no. What has a hyphen? We got a B.
Thanks, Puppy.
No hyphen this
Mama
time.
Bear says true. I think it's true.
I think it's true. Well,
I say false.
the answer is chickpea once.
Farts.
Yep. The answer is false. The soul sword was created by
So you're
Magik
back to your old shenanigans.
from her own soul.
Yep.
Poor soul.
The soul sword was created by her own soul.
Yep.
She created it for herself. So that she could fight off the demons in Limbo.
Why didn't she create a gun?
Because the sword is more badass.
Yeah. And it has more moving parts. I don't think she can create moving parts. Maybe not.
Oh well.
Who knows?
Okay, that would have been good to know, Styx. That
Well.
would have been good to know.
I can't spoon feed you, Jedi. I can't spoon feed you. All right, question number 4. During the House of M reality, Magik is able to do what that she can't do in normal reality? Can she talk to animals? Can she turn invisible? Can she speak Japanese, or can she conjure up the dead?
Konbanwa, hajimemashite.
I can't bring any back to life.
Yeah, I talk to animals.
I can
I
talk
think it's
to
talk
the
to animals too. That just doesn't seem to fit.
Walk with the animals. Do, 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 do.
Yeah, I'm gonna
What do we
say
got?
A.
What do we got? Who's good? Breastfeed. Who's the breastfeed? What are you talking about over there?
This is not SNS. Who put breastfeed up there?
Buffy did. Buffy did.
Okay, wrong night.
Yeah.
Tune in
Maybe
tomorrow.
tomorrow. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
We accept smut on this channel. It's okay.
B, we got a B. Oh,
Hey.
hope you didn't get too much of a flood there.
Oh
Cosmo.
God.
Oh, no. Just
Hey.
brain twisting trivia, Cosmic. That's what you do.
Yeah. All right, so our answer is she can speak Japanese.
Really?
During
You know
House
what I
of M.
said? Oh no, I said speak to animals. Damn
You
it.
said speak to animals. Yeah. Apparently, she can. During that reality, she has the ability to understand and speak Japanese, according to what I found on the interwebs.
So you're saying that she can really speak to animals? That's another one of her powers.
That
Or are you just saying in that dream she couldn't do it?
a lot of that was made up.
There you go. That's the quality you get here at the qualifier.
It's all the answers are all made up. The points don't matter. Yeah, you know how that goes. All right, question number 5, our last question of the night.
Hey, what's up, Ferg?
Magik appears in which one of the following animated series? This should be a layup, maybe. I don't know. X-Men the animated series, is she in that? Wolverine anime? Wolverine and the X-Men? Or Superhero Squad?
Hey.
A. Yeah, I was gonna say A is the only one I've heard of, so I don't even know if there are B through D.
Yes.
No, there are. Those ones
There
are.
are. There
I'll
are.
tell you they're real.
Oh,
They're
I
real, but
can't
the
trust
questions
that
are big.
anymore. So you just said you make up half this shit.
I did for
I'll
the
go
last
with D.
question.
I'll go with D. Superhero Squad.
Is that tricky and false?
No, actually, it's actually C. It's actually C.
All right, since Bride did his take back, and I think we can go now. Give it time. We gave
right.
it time to reconsider. Thank you.
Your answer is X-Men the animated series.
It was in the question.
Yeah, well, we gotta read the question. Well, they're all
Wow.
animated series. I mean,
Yeah.
there is a
Reading
Wolverine
the question, tell you what.
anime. Wolverine the X-Men lasted 1 season. She was supposed to be in the 2nd season, but it gets canceled. She was never in Superhero Squad. So there you go.
There you go. And there's
Another
Ferg's
week
little
of
kid.
spectacular Styx trivia for you folks.
I got 3 out of 5 this week. I
You
think,
did good.
Thank you.
That's at least a C.
Thank you.
Right?
This is my favorite part, the thank you slide.
Thank you.
I mean, without BK's help, you did good.
Good.
Yeah, I don't think I need him anymore.
Oh well. Oh geez. Don't stir him up anymore.
Yeah.
It's already done.
I don't even know what I did to make him angry. I don't remember.
I can't remember what you did.
I think I might have agreed with Marco that he Googled something. I think maybe that was
Oh
it.
yeah, it was on the Star Wars show.
Something I did.
Yeah, you said so.
It was a tripwire, and he
Yeah.
didn't approve.
All right, now we could look at some books.
Yay.
Starting off here, Ileana Rasputin is her name. She's had numerous aliases. Magik is normally what she goes by. She's been with the New Mutants. She's worked on the staff at Strange Academy. She's been the Xmen. She's popped around here and there as well, but those are her main affiliations. Her first appearance is Giant Size X-Men #1, as we saw, as Ileana. As Magik, you have to wait for the Ileana and Storm Limited series, the little mini series. That's where she gets the name Magik. She has all kinds of powers, from the stepping discs to teleportation, to dimensional travel. She has sorcery powers of both light and dark magic, can control things in limbo. She has psionic shields. She can astral project. She of course has the soul sword.
She cannot talk Japanese, and she cannot talk animals.
And the armor as well that comes with that. As she uses the soul sword, she becomes more powerful. So there's our pretty girl for the week. So she shows up. There's her first frame right there. She's not really a baby. She's a small child. And that is where you get her, where they're showing because they introduce in Giant Size at the beginning, they introduce all of the X-Men, all of the new X-Men. So, you get a little bit about, Nightcrawler, you get a little bit about Storm. And when it comes to Colossus, you get to see his sister, because she is, of course, Colossus' sister. So you get to see her as a little kid there. Colossus then saves her from that out of control tractor there. You do see her bounce around a bit through the comics for a while. She just kind of randomly shows up here and there, but not really with anything of importance in some of the early issues. So in 146, you could see her in a frame there. She really comes into her own in Uncanny X-Men 160. You can see her start to get some of the fun dark powers. And where everything comes to full fruition is within the Magik miniseries. So that's where you see her go to limbo. You have all kinds of weird things with her where she disappears for 7 years. Where was she? Oh, she was in limbo. Now we get to find out what happened there, how she got her powers, and how she becomes Magik. So they basically age her up. You do have a handful of little appearances for her there as well, because even after that series, you don't get a lot of her in a lot of books. She pops up here and there, but she's not really that interesting or important until you get to New Mutants. So she shows up in, if you want some of her early appearances, X-Men and the Micronauts. She's in a Raw annual, which is a great Bill Sienkiewicz cover, by the way, on that Raw annual. And to lead into New Mutants, this special edition has a fantastic wraparound cover, by the way. Thank you, Art Adams. And then once you get into New Mutants, officially she becomes a member in 15, but she shows up in 13 and 14 as well. That leads into the best set of covers, in my opinion, to ever be done in comics, which is the Bill Sienkiewicz New Mutants run of covers, which is absolutely fantastic. It was doing things that they weren't doing in comics at the time, which are amazing. And there's some fun covers with her for those Sienkiewicz covers as well. After that run, you got your nice little early Art Adams kind of the anniversary box edition for her.
God, that one on the right is terrible.
Yeah, it's an Art Adams, but it's a little rough. It's a little rough.
It's like, what was that chick from Kill Bill? That's what she looked like.
No, that's the New Mutants deal. The Barry with the Smith cover he's talking about.
Yeah. So, as she uses Soul Sword and things, she starts to get more armor and form, and you start to see the dark side of her start to come out a little more. So you kind of get the dark child side of Magik coming out. It's always a constant thing. She's always very troubled in many ways. She's always kind of a bit of a loner within the comics in general. Outside of maybe Kitty Pryde being, an extremely close friend. But as that New Mutants saga goes on and you get closer to Inferno, you get to see more and more armor build up on her. She starts to get the horns, and you get to see a lot of the dark impact of her soul come out as well. And then finally, throughout the Inferno series and then into Uncanny X-Men 303, you actually see her die in Inferno. You kind of have the Dark Child side die, and then you just basically have a then de-aged version of her, which goes on. And in Uncanny X-Men 303, she gets the legacy virus and actually finally dies.
Jeez.
They then later bring her back and re-aged. So she pops around a lot. So if you want to see the real kind of comeback of kind of more of a modern Magik that we're more used to now, that new X-Men series has that storyline in it. X Infernus as well has kind of the battle for her soul and her being reborn. And some pretty nice covers as well. She then goes back to the New Mutants in the later volume of the New Mutants, where she teams up with a lot of the original New Mutants as well. It's a nice gatefold cover. I always forget about this Zeb Wells series. It's not that great of a series, but there are a few covers in there which are pretty nice. The one on the far right is just a really, really nice cover. You get a good Fear Itself cover with her and her brother and Kitty, which is always nice. There was a series through that Avengers vs. X-Men where the Phoenix Force was split into 5, and her and the White Queen and Namor, where the Phoenix Force was split into 5 different people, and the Phoenix inhabited her for a while.
That was such a bad storyline.
Yes,
so bad.
It was so bad that there's not really many covers of her with the Phoenix Force in any way for that whole series.
God, that was bad.
There are a few kind of fun covers that pop up here and there in between. They were doing Uncanny X-Men covers on a bunch of different books at one point. So that West Coast Avengers and Immortal Hulk, you got a couple covers of her there. That Black Vortex series had a kind of a fun cover with her and Gamora on the cover.
There's a question. Have you seen the X-Men Hot Toys?
No, I haven't. I'm not a major toy collector. I don't have room. I wish I did have room for some toys, but God, I don't even have room for my books anymore. It's
But you'll find the space.
I'm not finding space. I There's books I gotta get rid of. I don't need more room for toys. Then that's the more recent 2020s New Mutants run puts out a bevy of this. This is when you really start to see Magik as, oh, here's Psylocke / rogue / sexy cover Magik, which is nice. This New Mutants run that they did, these covers, I know a lot of these covers to me are kind of reminiscent of some of Sienkiewicz's work in terms of some of the art that's on them. You do get a fun Art Adams there. You got a nice Art Germ cover there as well, which is nice. Again, there's a lot of fun covers on those New Mutants. You get her on a handful of covers of the X of Swords books because, well, it was a book about swords. Yeah, it is what it is. And then I just started pulling out just covers that I really like, more recent covers of her, because, like I said, in the past, they weren't really focused covers. And truthfully, most of the comics of the 90s and stuff like that weren't necessarily focused on single character. Yes, the first one is a Momoko.
Not terrible.
That's X of Swords. No, it's not bad at all. Now we seem to see a lot more books that are just focused on a single character, more like kind of pinup type covers that we didn't really have back then. So pulled some of those. On the far right, you have a Maria Wolf. I know people are very up and down about Maria Wolf. I like that Women of Marvel cover. It's a cool cover, and there's a lot of cool stuff going on in the background with that as well. That's a David Finch in the middle, I believe, a 1 in 50 on that X-Men 18. Some more fun New Mutant covers. I love the art on these, and they're just a lot of fun. Got her popping up on a Savage Avengers cover. She did have another little series out there, the Mystic Arcana Magik. There was the What If series as well. So if you're a DeCall collector and want a Magik cover, there is a Jeff DeCall. The What If Magik became the Sorcerer Supreme. If you like your John Tyler Christopher action figures, you got one of those as well. If you like all that garbage Hellfire crap, there is a Magik cover of that as well. And you get her Hellfire Gala outfit in New Mutants 27 as well. There's a nice Astonishing X-Men Jim Lee cover that's out there if you're a Jim Lee fan.
That one I liked.
Yeah. Again, I really like the New Mutants covers. Even the ones that aren't just like focused, because most of those covers are more action focused. It's ensemble type covers, but they're really well done, and it's a really nice series and some really beautiful art. She's on the cover there of Ultimate Invasion, right in the middle. You got the old Cum Gutters Art Germ cover there.
Is there a version for that one, or is it?
Yes, there is. Sometimes I didn't throw up the versions because that way I can remember what books they are when they show up on the screen. And then you got a ton of exclusives that start to show up as well. Got a nice little Derek Chew over there on the X-Men 22. There's a version of that as well. You got some Nakayama. Got a little Scotty Young, if that's your thing. You got that Strange Academy one in the middle. I know it's Momoko, but that book is still a very highly sought after book. You get that graded in a 9.8. It still goes.
It's a good one, though. I mean,
even with the one with the trade dress.
Her best work for. Yeah. She saved all her best work for Magik because it sure as hell ain't in Star Wars right now.
Yeah, the one with the trade dress, a 9.8 will still go for several $100. The Virgin copy, I think, still goes for probably about $600 or $700. I always have to throw in some Zerdy for Jedi.
I don't think I have that one.
I love the one on the far right is Chris Piccolo. I love Chris Piccolo. I love his art, and I dig that as well. That's an Ejikure in the middle. Got a Mike McCone there on the left. You got a Sabine Rich in the middle. I'm trying to remember who did the one on the right. It wasn't Tedesco. It was, God, I can't remember who did it. But that's a newer one coming out as well. And coming up soon, we have, these are covers that are coming. So there will be a Blood Hunt book for Magik. So you will get another Momoko cover as well. And of course, I had to end this just for Bruce with a bunch of Art Adams.
Bobblehead covers. Yay.
But yeah, that's her run. She like I said, she seems to be more of a cover girl now than she ever was in the past. But that seems to be the way with a lot of these characters nowadays. So that's kind of where we're at. That is our Magik spotlight for the night.
Nice.
Good job.
Jedi, you want to pull yours up? I gotta.
Uh-oh.
Don't go anywhere, Joe. Joe. What are you doing?
So while he's doing that, please hit the like button.
I gotta play this. This one's for me.
Yes, this is for you tonight.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll talk about the game and the book. I will be back in 1 sec.
The game and the book. Go ahead, Bruce. For what were you gonna say?
Please hit the like, smash that like button. We could use the likes. Hit the algorithm here. So, if you haven't hit that like button, smash it for all the great content you can find on the Qualified.
Hit it over here. Hit it over there.
Yeah, hit it on your alt. Hit it over there.
Wherever you can hit it.
Smash it for Styx trivia game. Smash it for Jedi's beard. Smash it for Dom's. Oh, just smash it. Who cares?
For Dom's guns. Show us the guns, Dom.
What?
No.
Curls for the girls. Let's go, Dom.
I'm not being exploited for being a piece of meat. Thank you very much.
It's when. Words. Boo. I guess.
What else we got going on in the chat? Buffy, we weren't giving you crap for the breastfeeding thing. We were just, hey, I enjoy the breastfeeding on SNS as much as anybody. So don't worry about it. Oh, good.
See, that didn't take long.
Who said that? Oh.
He cut it short.
Joe's duelin. You're the next contestant on Qualified Strikes. Your timing was. I was like, no.
I need to build a designated piss break segment into the.
Just put a bucket under your desk.
That's where all my computers are.
That picture looks like Joe Doolin somewhere in a cave somewhere.
Yeah, I captured that from a show about a month or so ago. I guess it was.
Hey, you can gauge the time frame because when I started in October, I had just started growing the beard. So,
yeah.
All right, Joe. So here, everyone knows the rules. If you're familiar with the Price is Right 3 strikes game, Joe is going to be presented with an item. He will have 3 strikes. No, you don't want the strikes, but he will then be presented with some numbers. He needs to put the numbers in the right order to correspond with the sales price of the item that I chose.
Oh, boy.
Joe, are you ready for your item?
Let's do it.
Not a comic this week. It is a lot of Marvel Legends X-Men action figures.
Wow. This is good because this is something I know nothing about. So this will be fun.
No, with a headless chode.
Here you will have the luxury and the much fun, hours of fun playing with Xbox action figures to include Magik, Wolverine, Phoenix, Storm, and many others.
Couple of Magics in there.
Yeah, there's an anti-venom. There's a White Queen. There's all kinds of fun things in there.
There's a crappy Cyclops.
well, that goes without saying. That's an oxymoron.
Cable.
A couple of them, actually.
Are you ready?
Yep, let's do it.
All right. Your first number is a 5.
Ooh.
Does it go in 1 through 5 positions? Does it go in the first, second, third? We're talking from left to right. First, second, third, fourth, or fifth position?
I'm going to go in the second position, so the tens position.
Okay, second position. And you're controlling your own X's here because I think you're the one.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it in the tens position? No. Strike one. It is in the ones position. All right, that's okay. You got 2 more strikes, Joe. 2 more strikes. You can do this. You can do this. Your next number is a 0. Oh, that should be an easy one.
I'm going to put
what
that
position does the 0 go in?
I'm going to put that all the way at the end.
All the way at the end in the 5th position, the single cents position. Is it in the 5th position? It is. All right. See, I knew we could do this.
Okay.
All right. Next number, Joe. And all these action figures will not be yours.
That sucks.
Is a 2. Where does the 2 go?
I'm going to say the tens position.
The tens position. That's the 3rd spot from the left, right? Is that what you're saying? Or the second spot? No, second spot. Second spot. Okay, that's right. That's right, because it wasn't there the first time. Okay. Is it in the tens position? It is. All right, you're on a roll.
Hey,
see,
there you go.
you've got this now. You've got 2 strikes left.
I'm using my noodle.
Lose. You can't lose. Well, I guess you could, but
Don't.
7.
Ooh.
No, I guess you can't lose, actually.
Man, would they be $700 for all those?
I don't think so. No.
I don't think so either.
Mama Bear says first position. Styx says he doesn't think so.
I'm going to throw it in the cents because that would be $700 would be a lot.
In the 4th, I believe you're talking about the 4th position.
Yes, 4th from the left.
Yeah, the 10th of sevens.
Is it in the 10th? It is. And that means your last number is a 3.
There you go.
That lot went for $325.70.
That's not bad. I was
earlier this
thinking,
month.
Yeah.
if I had to eyeball that and come up with a number, I was thinking in the high 200s maybe. But I'm happy that I wasn't that far off because the toy market dumbfounds. There's just so much, and some stuff is worth so much, and some stuff isn't worth shit. But
They were thinking Canadian money. Yeah.
That's a decent lot. That's a decent lot of toys, though. I don't know. Lot sellers are interesting. You never know what lots are going to go for, which is fun.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you won. So far, only Dom Tober has not won this game. But in Dom's defense, he had a harder one. He
did.
Yeah.
He had six
Dom had a tough
digits
one.
he had to figure out. Yeah.
The truth.
Well, we appreciate y'all for hanging in here. We would, if you liked what you saw, we would appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to Redivision. Please subscribe to Kingdom of Nerds, Bruce's channel up there. Lots of good content going all week long on both channels. So there's always something out there. Tomorrow, you'll be able to see the S&S boys on Redivision. See how long they can stay on air before they're slapped on the hands with the ruler.
Yeah, they're good.
On Sunday, you have the Dark Side boys doing their thing with all things Star Wars. Bruce, what do you have going on Sunday?
So before Bruce says there is a Star Wars show, right?
You know, I asked Marco on that. I'm not sure because Wave Seeker's not there either.
Yeah, so I'm not going to be able to make it. It's also my birthday. I have an Easter birthday this year, so I'm going to be out at the birthday dinner.
You turn 50?
Oh, shit,
it is Easter, so Wave Seeker won't be there.
So
Yeah, so we're not sure yet. Marco hasn't said anything, so
I have a feeling there will be, but just if
Well, I'm
not,
sure Marco
then
will be drunk and will probably hop on and yell at somebody about something.
Sorry, I just need to throw that in there. But
as is his wont, I keep forgetting Sunday is Easter. So.
Early.
I gotta work.
And it's WrestleMania.
No, next week is WrestleMania.
Next week.
Next week? God
Next
damn
weekend.
it. I have my whole schedule planned out for this weekend.
Now, listen, next weekend's gonna be a big weekend. You got 6 hours night
that
1,
case.
6 hours night 2, 3 hours night 3 because it's Monday Night Raw, and then you have NXT 2 hours, and then you have another 2 hours Friday. So you're gonna have a lot of hours wrestling.
I'm glad I'm not going to be on the Star Wars show, because then I have to listen to Dom say "I told you so," even though it made no sense, and he has basically ruined that character's storyline for me. So
I'll be home by that time. So if you guys need someone, let me know.
Dom doesn't make sense most days, so it's nothing.
No, I'm talking about Dave Fiona. Dave Fiona has ruined that character's storyline. Filoni.
Listen, there's a method to my madness. Don't worry, understand. So,
so Bruce, are you doing a show Sunday?
I don't know yet because I'm supposed to watch WrestleMania, but if I do, it'll be at 7 p.m.
It's next Sunday.
It's next Sunday. WrestleMania is not this Sunday.
Oh, I keep forgetting.
This Sunday is Easter.
I don't know why I will have a show. Screw it. I think if the Star Wars show is not going, I might just start a little later. So it'll be dark outside when we stream.
Well, the whole thing is
which might work out because I might not be home by 7.
No, Mark might wait till the last minute because he'll wait till the last minute. But I'll find out tomorrow. I'm gonna reach out to him and see if he's doing the show. Because
if he's not doing the show, Dom, I expect you on my show Sunday.
Yeah, I'm working Sunday morning though too. I'm out of work at 3:00 on Sunday.
Yeah, you can take your old man nap and then come on my show.
And what you got going on Monday, Bruce?
I should do
Godzilla movies. Godzilla came out this weekend.
Oh, I'm going to see Godzilla tomorrow. Godzilla Con.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
I should do that. We should do our favorite Godzilla movies our favorite kaiju movies.
Okay.
Oh, Godzilla. Do Godzilla and Kong. Mix them up.
Kaiju. There's so many you could pick.
Yeah, but the Gamera is not part of that. I want Gamera to be part of Godzilla's thing, but you can't just say Gamera movie.
Well, there's no one.
Gamera is a kaiju. Jeez.
He is a kaiju, but he's not part of Godzilla's group.
Save it for the production meeting, guys.
Holy crap, this guy. We'll let him here.
Wednesday, please tune in to the Tack Boys. They've been doing their thing and showing some pretty fun books and following some market trends and some character trends in terms of where some of those books are moving around, especially for a lot of the X-Men stuff. Friday, you're back to us and the CBSI Hot 10. So tune in, enjoy. I appreciate everybody coming around and hanging out this week.
And you know
Anybody
what?
else?
And you know what, Brucifer? I have 2 kaijus right here. Boom 1 and Boom 2.
And on that note, everybody, have a great Easter. Have a great weekend. Have a great whatever holidays you happen to celebrate or not celebrate. Enjoy the weekend.
Happy born again, Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Thank you very much.
Or hell, Satan.
Oh boy.
All right, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great weekend.